Alrighty, guys, I am your host, Travis Otto. We are here live in Las Vegas today, bringing you another episode of So What's Your Goal? My mission, as always, is to help you, the listener, have bigger goals, take action, make changes, and improve your lives in one or all of these categories: health, money, and relationships. And today in the studio, we have Justin Ryder. He's a powerhouse in finance, credit, and business. As the founder of Prism Enterprises, he's on a mission to make investing, ownership, and financial freedom accessible to all Americans. Justin's track record includes building multiple 7, 8-figure businesses and helping others do the same. He values family time and is a faith-based entrepreneur with a profound mission. His guiding principle is simple yet powerful: just have faith. Justin Ryder is your guide to achieving financial freedom and thriving, not just existing, which I love. I love not just existing, because that's how a lot of people go through life. And I was at that one point in time where, like, all I did was work 5 days a week, just existing, so that way I could have 2 days of freedom. And all I did on those 2 days was get drunk and be an idiot.
Yeah, man.
And now, like, I don't know, I've changed a lot in my life.
Yeah, dude.
And
I think we're all in the same category, right? Mm-hmm. We are tired of running on that hamster wheel.
Yeah.
You know, we want to get to the point where we own the hamster wheel.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
I've met a lot of people, though, that don't have aspirations of owning the hamster wheel.
Agreed, 100%. But once like, entrepreneurship in essence is the point of kind of automating that hamster wheel, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
You want to build something, but, when scaling, like we were talking about a little bit earlier, is a lot of people end up running in their own hamster wheel.
True. Yeah, you build yourself. You exit a job and then you build yourself a job, and now you're stuck and you're not doing anything different.
Exactly, and that's exactly what I do. Building a business is creating processes, procedures to scale and grow, and whatnot. But when you own a business, you want to be able to automate it, make it grow, and remove yourself all the hats that you're currently wearing in the business. To ultimately give yourself the goal of financial freedom, time freedom.
Yeah.
So
time, money, freedom. No, that's super important. Yeah, I see a lot of people do that. Like where like they'll leave a job and then they just build themselves another prison.
Yeah, dude.
And that's like one of my fears, like as a business owner. I was like, dude, I've got to make sure that I'm able to put myself in a position where I can grow, expand, build, but at the same time, control my freedom, still make money and still live the life that I want to live.
Yep.
I don't want to be stuck in that. Interesting. So what's your background, man? How'd you get started? Like, so tell me about you.
So, dude, I started off painting cars at 16.
Okay.
It's crazy how
So painting cars, and then you turned into this financial guru.
Isn't that crazy?
Financial guru. Okay.
So I started painting cars. My mom and dad own multiple shops in Hawaii. They own multiple body shops.
Okay.
In Hawaii. And so
a lot of rust in Hawaii, probably.
A lot. Okay. Job security.
Yeah, job security. Yeah, guaranteed.
But it got to a point where we were trying to scale their second business or their second shop. And what we were doing is we were running processes. We were super lean. We were trying to see how we can increase revenue, but not decrease net profits.
Sure.
So trying to increase net profits. And that's kind of just what got me, in a tailspin of like, dude, if I can do this for this shop, like we can do it for multiple shops.
Okay.
And so we were working with a lot of bigger vendors that were hiring us to go out to shop, teaching this same concept. And that's where it just kind of steamrolled into what I'm doing now, where I would go into a business, implement different processes, increase revenue, double net profits, and just like...
Well, you learned your trade, which was fixing cars.
Yep.
You learned all the processes. You learned the procedures, maybe dealing with insurance, that sort of stuff.
Yep.
And then you guys were able to grow that. And then you were able to grow your second business. And then you're like, you know what? The money really isn't in fixing cars. The money is in helping other businesses who fix cars expand their businesses.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
Less manual labor.
Yep.
Okay. So so when you first did this, so this is like for people who are just trying to figure their shit out, like they need some guidance, need some help. And so maybe they're in a position where they're, just starting out. And what was your first client? Like, how did you go from painting cars to like getting your first client? And did you make any money?
I think the first few I didn't make money. You don't really know like how to charge It's uncharted territory.
Mm-hmm.
And so like helping the first client was just like, okay, so it does work.
Yeah.
And then second client was like, okay, cool.
You know, builds confidence. So so what was the conversation like with your first guy? Like, I really want to dive deep into this.
So first client was like, here's my track record. Here's what I can do.
Did you just walk up to the door and like...
So we have with the manufacturers that we work with,
mm-hmm.
they have business development managers that travel the states.
Okay.
And so when they would talk about our services, they're like, oh yeah, send them our way. We already have the trust credibility walking into these shops. And so with our first conversation, we look at their P&Ls, we look at all of their,
okay,
AR reports, everything like that.
So you talk to this guy who sees a lot of other shops around the country, and you're like, hey man, look at our books. We're doing really good. Do you have any other shops who are suffering, who aren't making money? Do you think that we could help out?
Yep.
Okay.
That's exactly it.
That's exactly it. And he was like, yeah, I do, actually. And
so he actually goes into shops. He's hired by the big manufacturers.
Yeah, he's hired by the manufacturers, yep.
To see what their pain points are.
Mm-hmm.
He does what he can, but when he leaves, because he's not paid by the shop to stay there, right? When he leaves, he then implements, hey, check these guys out. This is what they've done prior shops, and that's what made us take off.
Okay, and so your first one was a referral from that guy?
Yep.
Oh, that's dope.
I would say the first couple
were referrals from
him. And then it was just referrals after that.
Nice.
Yep.
That's pretty badass.
So it's pretty cool because it's like, proof of concept.
Mm-hmm.
When we went into our first shop, they were doing $60K a month in sales. Within 3 months, they were doing 120, 240, 320.
So just with your systems and processes. So give me an example of what's like one system that, you implemented that probably every business should have. I imagine it's kind of unilateral, right?
It is. So there's multiple simultaneous ways that we kind of scale the business.
Mm-hmm.
The main framework that we use is a lean process. Not sure if you're familiar.
Not familiar, no.
Lean process is finding what value you can bring to the marketplace.
Okay.
And then doubling down on that value.
So I like walking through scenarios. Like I learned by example.
Okay.
And I think a lot of people may share that with me. So walk me through an example of let's take your auto body shop as an example and use this lean process here, right?
Okay.
Let's do it. Walk me through it. I own an auto body shop, and we're doing, $100K a month in repairs.
Okay.
Fair enough?
Fair enough. So I walk into the shop, I see trash, crap all over the place.
Yep. That's how I like my shop.
Typical
We're
shop.
too busy.
Typical shop. Too busy to clean up.
Too busy to clean up, man. We don't got time for that.
Exactly. So the biggest thing that I take away or share with the owner is, okay, when I walk into a hospital,
mm-hmm.
how do I want that hospital to look?
Clean. Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is one of the a car is probably the first or second most expensive thing that you will purchase.
Yeah, it was my first big purchase was a car.
Okay. So that's your baby.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so your baby is going into the hospital.
Oh, that's a good analogy.
So your baby's going into the hospital and it looks like crap.
Yeah.
The doctor's leaving his trash on side of the trash can. The toilet seat is up. Is down. It's just
gross.
It's gross. It's a mess.
Okay? I got the picture.
And so the biggest thing I do is creating an experience where you walk into this shop and the first thing your client thinks of is, damn, this shop's nice.
They got their shit together.
Yeah.
It does make you feel good when you walk into a mechanic shop and everything's clean.
Exactly.
You go, okay, these guys are at least careful with stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so we take it to the point where you walk in immediately without saying a word. The customer's already sold.
Yeah.
Right. So that's front end process. Okay. Back end process is, okay, we got to clean everything up. With all the trash and crap and, just untidiness that you have going on in the shop, how much more guys, how much more cars can we fit into the shop to maximize profitability?
Okay. Makes sense.
So then we clean up the shop. Then we map out the shop. This goes here. That goes there.
So everything has a process.
Exactly.
Like you walk around in a perfect circle. Okay. So you're just you're cleaning up
that's simply all it is. Because with entrepreneurs,
we're messy.
Business owners.
We're messy people.
Well,
we got a lot going through the brain.
Yes and no. So with entrepreneurs, we are just graduated employees.
Yeah.
You know, unless you have your bachelor's or master's in business or finance or whatever it is, right? We're just graduated employees. And so we don't know, we just know how to make money. We don't know the details on how to maximize profitability within that business. So that's what we do is with the lean process, or the second theory I want to go into is 5S. So with the lean process and 5S theory is we are able to sort, sustain, clean, and then everything after that is just a wheel. You know, it's just free flowing after that.
Yeah.
But you have to sustain the concept.
Okay. So does this same concept work for any business?
It works for all businesses.
All businesses. Okay. And so let's, so you don't do that anymore. That's not your main thing.
That's not, yeah. I just got into, so the reason why I moved into finance is because, you know, again, entrepreneurs know how to run a business.
Yeah.
They don't know how to run their finances. They don't know the day-to-day, the back-end things of how the business operates. And that was the main concept of, okay, well, now that we got your business in order, let's get your finances in order, because that's
the next natural progression.
Exactly.
Like, dude, now you're making more money than before. Your shop's clean. You got happier customers. Now you got all this money. Now what the hell do we do with that? No, don't go buy a Lambo, right?
Exactly.
Like,
Not yet.
Not yet. Don't buy the Lambo just yet. Okay. And so then you started talking about finances, and then you just kind of went from there. Like, okay, the shops is great and all, but now you just focus on. Are you still focusing on implementing these business processes into businesses that you work with?
Yep.
And then talking about their finances?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So how are you getting leads on this? Like, how are you finding businesses who need your help?
It's all just word of mouth. I don't really market it a lot because for me, you know, it's what can I do without having to travel the world? I mean, travel the United States and being busy.
That's my problem right now.
Yeah.
I'm traveling all the damn time.
Right. And so like, I don't want to grow my business to the point of where I'm always away from my family.
Yeah.
Right. Because me being a family man, a man of faith,
you got to be there for your family.
Exactly. I don't want somebody else to raise my child.
Sure.
I don't want YouTube to raise my child. I don't want Facebook to raise my child.
Yeah.
Right. I always want to be present with my children no matter what it is. I drop my kids off every morning. I pick them up every afternoon. You know, so I'm always there with them. But in the middle, I'm able to compress my timeline of how I help clients.
So do you have the laptop lifestyle?
Dude, I do. It's always with me. It's always with me.
Okay. So you've achieved the laptop lifestyle and the family.
Yep.
Nice. That's a beautiful thing then.
It is, dude. It is.
Yeah, I think that's a life that most people want to have. Like something where you have time for your kids, you have time for work, and you make money. That's the key thing. A lot of people go to a job for 40 hours a week and they don't make any money.
Exactly.
You know, they just live month to month, paycheck to paycheck. They're freaking broke, and so they focus on saving. Well, they can't save any money because when something crazy happens, now they're broke again.
Exactly.
Dude, it's a cyclical process.
It's
terrible.
Dude. And that's the biggest thing is like, again, the reason why I went from not just training businesses, but to training people in general, right, that don't own a business is the same concept of running a business is how you run your home. Because your home is a personal ecosystem where you need to know how to manage your finances, manage what's coming in, manage what's going out. If what's going out, if what you're paying is going out is greater than what you're making,
well, yeah, you're going to be
something's going to break.
Well, that's when you just print more money.
Yeah, well, if we had that,
that's what the government does, right? That's what we got to do. Okay. Yeah. So how do you help people? So can you help people who are in that cyclical position? Like who benefits the most from your services? Don't say everybody. Like think of a ideal person.
A man or woman that is tired of banging their head against the wall month to month, week to week, wondering where their money is going to come from.
It's a serious problem.
I mean, it's 99% of everybody's problem.
Yeah. So what can they, I mean, like, how can you help them? I mean, they don't have a business, you know, how are you going to help them?
So a lot of times how I like to make what I teach and say practical, right?
Sure.
So a lot of times in life and what we're taught is how to play defense. Okay.
People are out to get you.
Right.
Play defense, right?
Play defense. People are out to get you. Where can I cut back on? What can I do to lower the amount of expenses, right?
Yeah.
So you stop buying that $3, $5 latte.
Well, not even that. You buy cheap food.
Exactly.
And then I think that's why I focus on money, health, and relationships, because it all factors in the same thing. So let's say you're not making enough money, so you're trying to save money, and you're buying crappier food, so then you feel worse, and then you don't feel like working as hard, and now you got even less money.
Exactly.
And now you're not hanging out with your friends, you're not hanging out with your family, you're neglecting your kids, and that it's just like it's a whole thing, and everything ties into each other.
Exactly.
So how do we stop that?
What is the 3 things that you talk about? Money,
health, and relationships.
That's it.
Yeah,
it's literally as simple as that.
All right, so give me like an actionable thing. Let's walk through this. So like I'm broke, right? And or let's put it like you're a family guy. Let's put it in a family. Mom, dad, they're together, 2 kids. They both have jobs. They work 40 hours a week. Mom works we're in Las Vegas, so mom's a maid at a casino, and dad is a blackjack dealer.
Okay.
Right?
How much kids?
2 kids.
Two kids.
2 kids. Combined household income, $80,000 a year.
Okay. So what I would do in this situation is see what you're spending frivolous on.
Okay.
Right? Yes, we got to play defense. Okay. Do you need the television subscription?
We got to have Netflix.
Got to have Netflix?
Because we don't do anything else because we're broke. So like Netflix is our entertainment. We don't go to the movies because that's $100.
Okay. Cancel everything else.
Okay. Everything besides Netflix?
Everything besides Netflix.
Okay.
I just shaved off $40, $50.
Okay.
Or if you have TV subscription, $120.
Okay.
Right?
So we saved $100 a month.
Yep. What can you cut back on? Insurance. If
you can save money on insurance, yeah.
Right. So if you're driving your vehicle, right, and say you have $1,000 in cash saved in your savings, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Increase your deductible for your insurance premium from $500 to $1,000, which dramatically decreases your monthly premium by about 20 to 30%.
Yeah.
I just saved you another $30, $40, $50 possibly.
Yeah.
Right.
Possibly.
So looking at what you're putting out and minimizing that.
Okay. So
next thing, go ahead.
Go through our finances, eliminate the fat, right? Get a skinny deal.
Get it lean.
Get it lean, baby. Okay. All right. What's next?
So after that, you want to look at other income producing things that you can do, right? You look at the internet. You look at everything that
everybody's making up money online except for me. Come on.
Okay.
Come on, Justin. I work 40 hours a week. I got 2 kids. My wife works. Like when could I possibly have time to make more money? Like, awesome. And I cut grass on the weekends too.
Okay.
For like
now you cut grass. Okay. So now
I'm
we're
just
graduating.
I'm just kidding. We won't throw that in there. I'll let you take over what I can do to make more money.
Okay. So you're a blackjack dealer.
Yep.
Okay. What can you teach on the side on YouTube, on social media?
Oh, I could teach people blackjack tricks. I see it all day long.
Boom.
But how am I going to make money with that?
You can monetize it by just simply posting on it.
That's a fancy word they say online. Like I'm like, come on, dude. Like I'm a blackjack dealer. Like it is what it is. Like I'm not a YouTube star,
YouTube stars weren't YouTube stars when they first started though.
True.
Right.
So you're just saying start posting videos of teaching my skills, just sharing my skills, right?
Exactly. Simple things that you do.
Okay.
How can you add value to the marketplace?
Okay.
Right? How can you create experiences?
Yeah.
People come to Vegas. Okay. What are things they want to know? What are things that they should do? So for the wife being what'd you say?
She's a maid at a casino.
Maid. Okay, cool. What are things that she sees on the daily that can help improve your experiences when you're here in Vegas? What are the nice places you can go eat at? What are the bad places?
I wouldn't know the nice places. I'd know where the rich people go.
Okay, well, that's really all. You're just sharing information at the end of the day, right? Okay. And then seeing if you can monetize that, okay?
All right.
Maybe picking up extra hours, extra shifts.
What if I'm not a camera person? Let's change it up.
Okay.
So I can't work anymore. I got a bad back. They won't pay me overtime.
Okay.
I can't. I'm just trying to put you in a box here. Like, let's see how creative you get. So, because these are all the excuses that people have, right? These are real excuses. I can't do this because insert excuse. You can't work overtime. That's not an option. And I'm not going to get on front of a camera. I'm not a camera guy. Give me something like what? So you talk a lot about financial stuff. Like, what can I do? Like financial stuff. Can I be a financial, guru? Can I learn? Can I make money?
I think if you're open to change, that's what's gonna.
Well, if you're not open to change, then you shouldn't listen to this podcast.
Exactly.
So move on.
Exactly. Next.
Yeah.
Swipe right. But the thing is you have to change your mindset. If you don't realize what AA talks about is if you don't realize you have a problem, then you don't have a problem.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If you realize you have a problem,
then
shit has to change.
Then you have to have a will to change, man.
Exactly. Yeah. There has to be enough pain in order to get you to change. Because if you're living comfortably, then what?
Yeah, then you don't even need to worry about this. Like there has to
Exactly.
be a pain point. Like maybe you want to provide a better life for your kids, your family, whatever, but there has to be a pain point.
Yep.
Otherwise, yeah, you can just hang out and make 80 grand a year for the rest of your life and die.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Exactly.
fine. Nothing wrong with that. We need people to deal blackjack, you know, and somebody's got to clean the rooms.
Yep.
But you know, yeah, for the growth minded people who's like, that's what I like to surround myself with is growth minded people. And my clients are also growth minded people. If they're like stuck in their ways, we really don't have anything to talk about because they're not going to be open to changes.
Exactly.
So what's the point? Yeah,
Exactly.
I agree with that. Yeah, first step is uncovering that there's a problem. If you are trying to decide, you know, what type of food to feed your family and you're going for the cheap, you know, ultra processed meat.
Yeah, dude.
Nah.
That's gonna screw up your psyche. It's gonna screw up your entire mental health, which is gonna, like you said, make you drag.
Yeah, I mean, most people are overweight.
Yeah.
You know, like terribly overweight, and that's a big problem. Like my wife is in the OR room. She's an anesthesiologist working in towards that field, and 9 times out of 10, it's overweight people, diabetes, health problems. They don't eat good. And it's all like avoidable stuff. Like 90% of her operations that she does are people that could have prevented the operation if they would have just improved their lifestyles. Eating healthy and exercise.
Yeah.
As
dude,
cliche as it is, bro.
That's literally all it comes down to is eat healthy, exercise, drink a shit ton of water.
Yep.
And get your mind right.
Yeah.
You know, just want to be better.
Yeah.
Right? Pushing for growth, not for the fact of growth, but being a better person.
Yeah.
Right? If this couple has 2 kids, what example are you setting for your kids?
That's the thing too, man. Some people don't understand. Like I come from a broken household 2 times. My real parents got a divorce at 10 years old, and then my mom and my stepdad got a divorce at 19 years old. And so that's a lot of you know, I don't know, dude. It's crazy to go through that 2 times.
It is.
And you know, I don't know. It all comes down to money, health, and relationships, man. If money wasn't a problem, if they ate healthier, if they worked better on their relationship, you know, improved because money was always an issue growing up, you know. It was always one of those hot topic buttons where it's like, we don't have enough money for that. How are we going to pay for this? How are we going to do that? And credit card debt. Oh my God, my mom had so much credit card debt. Like, I think she was paying off for years at one point, and like, I felt so bad. Like now I feel so bad. Back then I was like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Like we were just going out to dinner, like, oh, I just put on my credit card. And like, she's like, oh, I remember hearing her say from time to time, like, damn, I got to get this credit card paid down. That's a big thing too, credit card debt, you know? Yeah. Having a shit ton of credit card debt, unmanageable credit card debt.
And that's exactly
can drown you.
Yeah. Debt can be a good or bad thing.
Yeah, you have to use debt the right way.
The right way. Consumer debt.
This country is built on debt.
Yeah, dude.
We owe everybody money.
Yeah.
I heard Donald Trump say this quote. He's like, you know, if you borrow a little bit of money, it's a you problem. If you borrow, you know, like for example, he said, if you borrow like $1 million from a bank and you don't pay it back, guess whose problem that is? That's your problem. Now, if you borrow $100 million from a bank and you don't pay it back, now whose problem it is? Now it's our problem. It's the bank's problem and your problem.
Exactly.
So if you're going to borrow, you just borrow so much that it's their problem too. You know? Pull the Donald Trump.
Yep. And I think that's the biggest misconception right now is like, oh, debt is good. Debt is good. Yes, to a certain extent, right? A lot of people are getting into high interest.
That's a hot button right now. High interest rates, dude. That's affecting everything. I focus a lot. But my business revolves around consumer spending. So with high interest rates, consumers don't like that. I don't like that. It's not good for me. It's not good for the country.
Not good for business.
It's not good for business, dude. We need some low interest rates.
Yeah. I mean, you focus more on low interest debt that you can net positive returns on it, then that's a good debt, right?
Yeah, you can borrow money to make money.
Exactly.
What's a good example of that?
I bought my house, say 3 years ago. Right?
Yeah.
Bought my house 4 years ago. Bought it 4 years ago at 2.75%.
Okay. Great interest rate.
So my monthly payment is $1,300.
Yep.
Okay. I can rent it out for current market today, 28, 31. That's good.
So why don't you rent it out and go buy another one?
Because it's not the fact of me trying to cash flow that asset. It's me lowering my liabilities.
Yeah.
Right. I only pay $1,300 for it.
Dude, if I paid $1,300 a month for a place in Louisiana where I live right now, I wouldn't be here. I'd be dead. That's so cheap.
Yep.
Damn. Yeah. See, people got lucky like that. So like all these homeowners who are trying to, or not homeowners, these people who want to buy a home in this market, they're not because they see 9% interest rates. So that same home is probably like, a $2,800 a month mortgage. Mm-hmm. That's not affordable.
It's for a lot of people. It is, but it isn't. Let me put it into perspective.
Okay. Perspective me.
So a lot of people were going out and buying properties when interest rates were low.
Yep.
Right. What you just said, nobody wants to buy right now.
Yeah.
So that opens up the market.
For people who want to buy.
Exactly. Yeah,
people who can buy. At any interest rate, doesn't matter.
And so say you're going out today, you want to buy a house. It's going to be in Vegas, $400,000 or $500,000. Mm-hmm. Okay. The interest rate's going to be 7.25%, right? Currently right now.
Yeah.
When the markets go down, interest rates go down because federal government is trying to subsidize and trying to bring everything back to quote unquote normalcy.
Yeah.
When interest rates go down, just refinance out of the PMI, refinance to get a better payment. You have the option to choose better homes because of the unsaturated people, the people coming into the market trying to buy it all up because of the interest rates being low.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
If you can afford it.
Yeah.
Right. So it's a short-term play for a long-term result rather than waiting for interest rates to come down, then I'm going to buy. But guess what? Home prices is going to go back up.
Yeah.
So it's going to weigh out like, okay, well, what do I want to put my money towards right now? Mm-hmm. And, what's your end goal? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, yeah, you can do it. I've always heard that refinancing is bad, though. Well, I guess not always bad. There's good scenarios in which refinancing makes sense.
It all depends what your situation is.
Yeah. Okay. So let's switch gears now, man. So talked a little bit about finances and like what can we deliver? So we delivered some knowledge about businesses and like systems and processes and what you do and how to basically make more money, and then you've helped businesses once they make more money know what to do with that money. Mm-hmm. What do you think is like something that you could offer to the table right now today to like help somebody out who's listening to this? Like have like some sort of actionable plan or goal or something to improve their financial situation. Like what can we do today for somebody who's maybe just starting out, or maybe somebody has a business that, hasn't taken off yet, like talk on that.
Okay. So I'll break it up into two categories. Let's talk about personal first.
Okay.
Personal. What I would do right now is focus on ways to increase income, period.
Okay. Do you have any ways to increase income?
If you're not entrepreneur, like if you don't want to open up a business, if you don't want to start your own business, get a second job, to be completely honest.
Okay.
Increase income as much as possible.
All right.
Because inflation is kicking your ass.
Yeah.
Interest rates is kicking everybody's butt. Mm-hmm. And the only way to beat inflation is to increase income because everything's going to get expensive.
Sure. So make more money at the end of the day.
At the end of the day. That's what solves everybody's problem. Like what I was talking about, offense and defense.
Yeah.
We always play defense and trying to cut back, right? Seeing what we can chop the fat on.
Yeah.
But you also got to pour in. You also got to set up a strategic plan, play offense to start doing something different.
So here's what I do for a living, right? In a nutshell. I help other companies sell their products or sell their services to people who want their services or their products. Mm-hmm. I don't have any fulfillment. I don't have any, real liabilities on that. All I got to do is find somebody who wants to sell a product and find somebody who needs it. That's what I do for a living. So you think people could do that?
Absolutely.
It's easy, man. It's called being an affiliate marketer. Yeah. Like at the end of the day, like you can call it whatever you want, but if you can call up, I believe that if you need to make more money. So Justin's saying that the only way to beat inflation is to make more money. So in order to do that, you got to find a job or you got to find a side business or a side hustle. And one of the side hustles that I found was reaching out to companies whom you have interests or you have knowledge about their products or their services, and then helping them find it and getting a commission in exchange for doing that.
And it's so simple. It's such a simple process.
Yeah.
You go onto Honest's website.
Okay.
You scroll to the bottom of the page, there's going to see a tab where it says affiliates.
Yep.
You apply for an affiliate, post that online. Hey, this is the baby wipes that I use.
Yeah.
Click my link if you want more information.
That's what people are doing right now, right?
Boom.
You see all these people like, hey, click the link for my product. They're not actually selling the product. They don't have anything to do with the product. They're just helping that company reach the audience.
Exactly.
So like micro influencers,
exactly
what you could become. Become a micro influencer.
It's a 10 to 30% commission on that product.
Yeah. So
you get enough of those products that you're consistently
selling.
Yeah. Like,
so what about, talking about consistently selling products, what about like an e-commerce store?
Ooh, e-commerce is huge.
Do you need a lot of money to start those? Could like the an average Joe start an e-commerce store?
It's yes and no. It all depends what your end goal is, right?
Fake money. I got to beat inflation.
Okay. So
cut the fat.
You can start off. E-commerce is as simple as affiliate marketing. Okay. E-commerce is as grand as Amazon FBA, as creating your own Shopify store, launching your own products.
Shopify is drop shipping. So you think drop shipping would be a good opportunity?
If it fits for you and if you understand it.
I understand that you put products on a website and you get people to go to that website, and when they buy it, gets a little message to the distributor of that product to ship it to that customer who bought it, and then you get a little check.
Yep.
That's it. In a nutshell. Again, affiliate marketing is all it is at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Okay, but let's talk about these Amazon FBA stores, because I've heard a lot about this. They're like super hot and popular. And then I heard about Walmart FBA, or is it Walmart?
Something like that.
Walmart fulfillment.
Yeah.
So do you have an Amazon store?
I do.
Is this part of like your journey of financial freedom? Would you say this is an integral part of it?
So what I like to do and what I like to teach is tools.
Yeah.
What tools do I have in my arsenal to get you to where you're trying to get to, right?
Yeah.
Because financial freedom is here nor there. It varies. It's not driving in a Lambo and a $3.4 million home. That's not financial freedom for me. Financial freedom is doing what I want when I want without having to worry about financial obligations.
Yeah. Then there's just, I think there's just levels to financial freedom. Like once if you're able to pay all your bills, you have money left over at the end of the month, and you can basically go on vacation when you want or travel when you want, that's financial freedom, right? Then it comes down to the views. And I believe life is all about the views. You could have that lifestyle living in a small suburban neighborhood, totally debt-free, just chilling, and, maybe you go see a show on the weekends, we go on vacation a couple of times here and there, or you could be on the beach overlooking the ocean, a yacht parked in the backyard, and just watching the Florida sunsets every day. That's where I want to be.
Nice.
But that's a lot more expensive to get financially free at that level.
You
got to make a lot more money.
It just takes more work. You just got to implement the 5S and lean theory.
The 5S and lean theory. That's it, guys. If you heard that, I'm going to be on the beach next time. We'll be doing this from the beach on my yacht.
Yep. There we
After
go.
I implement these lean theories in 5S. That's the secret.
Yep. But about the e-commerce, it varies, the amount of capital you want to put in, your understanding of what you want to do.
Okay.
Because you can choose a shitty product and it not do well.
All right. Let's say I got 10 grand in the bank. Is that enough?
No.
How much do I need?
10 grand. Yes.
10 grand. Yes.
It's gonna take a little time to scale because you need to purchase products if that's something the route you want to go.
Okay, let's build this Amazon store right now.
Okay.
We're gonna build this for people.
Okay.
So I have $10,000 in the bank.
Okay.
Is that your ideal person to start this, or is that like a threshold? Like, where do you think the entry level threshold is to building this FBA store?
20K plus.
Okay, so let's say 20K. I've got 20K. We'll say 25. That's the plus. We'll say you got 25 grand in the bank, and you're trying to figure out what the hell to do with this. You've saved it up. You've worked hard. You've had 2 jobs, and now you have $25,000. And you're like, how do I start a business? Man, I got to make money with this. I know I can make money with this somehow. All right.
So the way we process it with our company, eCommand, is what we do is we search for what the best selling products are.
Okay.
What the best niche products are.
How do you do that?
We have different software where you can see what's performing.
Can anybody find the software?
Yeah, it's Helium 10.
Helium 10. All right, so you got 25 grand in the bank. You need Helium 10.
Yep.
What next?
Search for the top trending product.
Top trending products. All right, we found that iPhone, is it 15 that just came out, or iPhone 16?
I don't know.
Whatever, the brand new iPhone that just came out, there's phone cases. That's got to be a trending product, right? Let's use that. So now you're going to buy, so you got these phone cases, you found a trending product, and now what?
Okay. So
now we're here.
Look on Helium 10, you search, okay, this product's going to do well.
Yep.
You just order 500 from China, whatever store that you find.
Alibaba.com?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Whatever manufacturer, you bring it here, ship it straight to Amazon, put some ads online on Amazon and see how it goes.
That's it.
And
now we got an Amazon store.
Simple.
Sounds easy. It's probably more complicated than that.
Kind of, sort of. It all depends,
But honestly, with a few YouTube videos, 25 grand, Helium 10, and Google,
exactly,
you're a beast.
Exactly.
That's it. So
that 25 grand. I mean, just ordering those 500 products.
Yeah.
You're probably only in $2,000-$3,000.
Okay. So we sell out the first month, sell out the second month. So like, let's say like in a year's time, like, I'm trying to get ROI on this 25K, right? So like, what do you think is like realistic? Like how much money could I make off this?
If you're consistent, if you have the drive to scale this e-commerce store.
I do. I'm dead set on it.
Okay. You have the ability to profit anywhere between $5,000 and possibly $8,000 just on selling stupid
things on Amazon.
iPhone
5,000 to 8,000 a day, a month, a year, a week, a month.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just use $5,000 a month. So that's 5 months. You'd have your 25K back, and now you're playing with free money.
You didn't even put in your 25K yet.
You didn't even put in 25K?
Yeah.
Oh, you just put in like couple grand?
You just keep putting in the money.
Well, how come everybody doesn't have one of these then?
That's my entire point. That's
so why do you need 25,000 to start it if we can just only buy a couple grand?
Because if 25K is for continual products that you want to continuously buy, right?
Okay.
Say you buy 500 iPhone cases, you sell out in 3 months. Well, you also have to know that I got to order more.
Yeah.
I got to bring in more.
True.
Right? So it's making more purchases to purchase more
product. Okay.
And literally anybody can do this. Everybody has the ability. Amazon limits 1 account per person.
Okay.
Right? So there's people completely killing it. And it's such a simple process, but yet people think that, it's a scam.
Yeah, but it does sound scammy because you see everybody, we can get your Amazon FBA store making you $25,000 a month guaranteed. And then they ask you for like, $50K and you're like, oh, fuck, like, what is this? Like, I don't have 50,000.
Exactly.
And then you're trusting like some random with your money.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's the biggest thing is like people that are open to opportunity.
Yeah.
Think of it as an opportunity.
Yeah.
People with closed minds think of everything as a scam.
Sure. That's true.
And so, okay, Travis, let's go into business together. We're both going to put up 50K.
Yeah.
What's ROI? Let's both put our heads down and get to work.
Yeah.
ROI is the amount of ability or shit that we can bring to the table to get this to grow.
Yeah.
Right? We're both going to go all in on each other, but we're both opportunists.
Yeah.
Right? We're going to go after it, not thinking scarcely.
Yeah.
We want to take this to the moon.
Abundance mindset.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So if I'm lazy and I don't want to do this on my own,
we're not having a conversation.
All right. But could you do this for people?
Absolutely. 100%.
So do you think maybe your skills from the auto shop days and like learning these systems and processes, do you think this has like helped you, I don't know, learn how to do this Amazon store the right way? I think, is that like one of your main focuses, would you say?
No, I mean, so
you do so much stuff in the financial world. I don't even know how you're here right now. Like, because I know like you've helped out a few of my friends, start up a few businesses, an exotic rental car company that you're helping a buddy with. You've helped me with some stuff. And then I know like, obviously you have way more clients than just me and him. And so I don't know how the hell you do it all. Like there must be, you have a twin brother?
Not that I know of yet. With our business, what we focus on is vertically integrate, right?
Yeah.
How can we help more people? So I think I mentioned this to you before is when a client opens their wallet to us, they never close it. I don't want to look at that or think of that as a bad thing.
Yeah.
It's because when they open their wallet, they trust us.
Sure.
So why would we push them to close their wallet to go and trust somebody else? So when they open their wallet to us and get financial advice, what can we do or the product or service that we provide to help them with their taxes, with bookkeeping, with accounting, with all the other services that we provide, with insurance, with e-commerce stores, right? Okay, this person came to me. They didn't know how to make money. I put them on the right path to make money. I got their credit right. They purchased a home. They leveraged their home to open up a HELOC. With that HELOC, they opened up an e-commerce store, which now pays for their home.
See,
You know what I mean?
that's the
So
financial jujitsu I've been
exactly,
wanting to get out
dude.
of you.
It's
So
like
there's a whole process here.
it is.
So basically, you start with the foundation, which is, trimming the fat and just getting your bills in order, and then the next step is make more money, and then once you make some more money, then you can invest it and show them how to do it, and so that's like your whole thing.
I mean, the e-commerce isn't end all be all.
No,
it's not.
It's an option for some people. It's like some people maybe they want to buy real estate. Some people maybe they want to do online sales. Whatever their thing is, like you have the foundation set to be able to help guide them through that process.
Exactly.
That's what you do.
And that's what Prism Enterprise is it's a complete umbrella of financial services.
Yeah.
And it's a toolbox where we guide you
Do you guys have a slogan?
Way. No.
Make more money. Prism, make more money. I don't know.
At first it was thrive, not survive.
Thrive, not survive. Okay.
Because a lot of people are just surviving, living this life of just survival.
Yeah.
Rather than thriving.
I like that though. Thrive, not survive. Because everybody is surviving, right? Like if you're alive, you're surviving. But there's a difference between surviving and thriving. And everybody wants to be thriving. Like that's where it comes down to the views. Like you can survive in the suburbs, but you're really gonna thrive when you're on the beach watching the sunset from your yacht.
There you go.
So I want to be thriving, not surviving. So that's how I think of it. That's cool, man. You have any closing statements you want to add into this, man? Do we touch everything? Anything you want to talk about that I missed?
I will say this. With what's going on in the world with inflation, with the Federal Reserve printing money like it's nobody's business, the best thing you can do right now is get your house in order. And what I mean by that is increase your ability in the marketplace. So make more money.
Make more money, yep.
Okay. Increase your ability to help other people. Okay.
I believe in that, yeah.
What I mean by that
bring
is
value to the table for others, dude.
Bring value.
Straight up. I believe by that 100%.
Exactly.
If you can't bring value to the table for other people, then I always think that I'm not really valuable to myself.
Exactly.
If I can't help other people, then what am I going to do?
Exactly.
Nothing. You have to provide a service or a benefit or value of some sort in order to survive.
Exactly. For me as a man, as a father, right, being able to provide.
Yeah.
And if I have to provide for my family, I want to teach them the right ways of how to make money.
Sure.
Right? Teach them the right ways of how to be healthy, eat healthy.
Yeah.
And show them like, dude, get fit.
Yeah.
Don't be lazy.
No, absolutely.
Right? Because you look at somebody that's fit. The underlining thing with that is discipline.
Yeah.
So if you have discipline to be fit, you also have the discipline to be financially fit.
I agree. And I'm gonna tell you, this is the secret that I've used this. So recently this month I've given up coffee. Nice. Because I have like heartburn a lot. And so like I'm trying to like stop my heartburn. And so there's foods that you shouldn't eat and that you should eat to like not have, if you eat really greasy fried chicken, you're going to have bad heartburn, and you have coffee, you're going to have bad heartburn. But I've narrowed it down to just a yes or a no. Is this going to help me or is this going to hurt me? If I eat this, will it make me feel worse? If I eat this, will I get fatter? If I eat this, will I look better? And if you just follow the yeses, you follow the nos. It's just a left turn or a right turn. And you just keep on following the left or the right turn until you get to your goal. That's it. And same thing with money. If I go out to the movies, should I supersize my popcorn and, get an extra large drink, or should I just get a water and maybe a small popcorn? Exactly. That's a yes towards health. You're still enjoying life, and it's a yes towards your finances. Exactly. So it's just small little yeses throughout the day. Just stack up to that one big long-term end goal.
Exactly. That's exactly it.
Yeah. Interesting, man.
And that's what Elon, with Elon Musk, his yes or no is, will this get me to Mars?
Yeah. His yes or no will get you to Mars. Yeah. That's the hyper focus, right?
Exactly.
It's the hyper focus of that every single decision that you make needs to be in a direction of towards whatever goal you want. So what's your goal?
What's your end goal?
What's your end goal? That's why I always ask people, so what's your goal? That's why I call it, so what's your goal? Just trying to figure out, you'll be surprised though, by the amount of people who have no goal and who have no idea where they're going. Like just period.
I mean, dude, believe me, with me being in the financial industry, I just met with a client this morning and they're like, oh yeah, I think I'm on track for retirement. I'm like, okay, well, what's your balance? They're like, this. I'm like, and when do you plan on retiring? Oh,
but I'm 85.
In 18 years. I'm like, okay, let's just look at hypothetical. If you were to continue putting in this much money and you want to retire in 18 years, here's your balance. You're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like,
this is not the trajectory you want to go down.
Exactly, dude. So I'm like, dealing with people's not illiteracy, but just not wanting to know, right? Most people just have their head in the sand, like an ostrich, thinking that everything's going to be fine once they pull their head out.
Yeah, ignorance is bliss, right?
Exactly.
That's what some people think. Sometimes it is nice ignorance, but it's really not for the best.
Yeah.
You just got to face the problems head on, grab the bull by the horns, you know.
Yep.
Like it's better to air it out now while you still have
Absolutely. While you still have time and energy.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, you never know when you're going to go. That's a whole nother thing.
Dude.
It's a whole nother rabbit hole.
I can go on about that. I know we're running out of time, but
yeah,
a lot of people think that time is your most valuable resource.
It is. I believe that.
Is it?
You don't think so?
I think it's time and energy. Because if you have the time but not the energy, how useful is time?
True.
Right? If I make all this money, work my ass off.
Okay, but let's say, like, I'm gonna challenge your energy thing.
Do it.
I mean, energy. Like, let's just assume that you're alive, right? And obviously, if you don't have energy, then you're dead. So I'm gonna take the energy off the table, because if you look at guys like Stephen Hawking, like he could move with just like his eyeball. You know, like this is it. He could speak. He did all these things. He had his brain. As long as your brain is intact, you have time, right? And you can do things. Like he, you know, theorized and created great things that I don't know what they are, but you know, like I just look at that dude. Like, dude, that dude literally had nothing but an eye twitch and a brain, and like, dude, he's like still one of those famous scientists on the planet. So like, I believe that definitely time. He bought as much time as he could. You know, so I believe time.
I think energy, because like I said, you work for 45 years.
Yeah.
You want to retire at age 65. Do you have the energy to do what you wanted to do at age 20 or age 30?
No, probably not. Yeah.
Or if you have the energy now, but you don't have the time.
Yeah.
Right? I have all the energy right now to make all this money, but I don't have the time.
Yeah. That's where it comes in, systems and processes.
Exactly.
Curve that problem. All right, man. If you guys enjoyed this podcast, please give me a like. Please give me a follow. And if you want to reach Justin, you can follow him on social media at JUS_RYD, Just Ride. And his website is Prism, www.prizm.biz. And he can help you with your financial journey. And, you know, if you do reach out to him, reach out to me. Let me know that he helped you out. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening. Hope you got something out of this, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.